Good morning. My name is Diane Eicher, and our service leader today is Reverend Lori Whittemore. Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Church of Saco and Biddeford. We also want to welcome those joining us on YouTube and encourage you to have a candle or chalice to light when we light ours here in a few moments. Whoever you are, wherever you come from, whomever you love, we are glad you are here with us today. The theme for the month of December is presence. We invite you to carry that theme with you as you leave us today to return to your daily life. We commit to be co-stewards of this land and to work toward a world that is just and thriving for the whole web of life. We invite you to take home the order of service for information and announcements, or you may leave it for recycling in the basket as you leave the sanctuary. And please silence your cell phone. There will be a social hour in the parish hall after the service. Please join us.
This morning, I think people stayed home. It was too cold. Welcome to this place, a place of light and hope. Hope that supports our daily lives. Hope that strengthens our resolve to live our values. Hope that encourages us to find and fulfill our sacred purpose. Hope because we know life always fills the darkness. Hope because love will always win over hate. Hope because in this good company, we are not alone. Hope because we are together in our pursuit of all good things. We welcome you to the service this morning as we celebrate the blessed return of light. And please join me in the words for lighting our chalice. This is our sacred promise, to gather together in peace, to seek truth in love, to serve human need, so that all shall grow in harmony with the divine. And stand as you're able and join me in singing hymn number 241, In the Bleak Midwinter. now's the time in the service where we turn and greet our neighbors. Hello, neighbor. Thank you for being here with me today. It's in our DNA that we come from partially a Christian tradition. So this year we're doing an Advent wreath in taking a nod to that. And today we're also celebrating Solstice. So we're lighting the candle of peace today in celebration of Solstice, a celebration that focuses on light, both in its absence and in its presence. So we're going to light our 4 candles. The first one is faith. That was the first Sunday of Lent. I mean, not Lent, Advent. It's also known as the prophet's candle, the candle that ushers in the new world. And the second candle we lit this morning is the candle of hope, also a candle that lights our way to goodness and justice and mercy that has been foretold to us with the return of the sun. The third candle is a candle of joy, and we light it to mark the joyful anticipation of light returning. And then today, in addition to all these 3, we light the candle of peace. May this light bring peace to each one of us, to our community, and to the world.
Sorry. This is the time in our service when we share what's deepest in our hearts, things that make us especially happy, the joys and the concerns that weigh on us. If you would like to share a joy or concern with us, please come forward, light a candle, and share your name if you like, and let us know what you would have from us. Please hold the mic closely, better than I have been, so that we can hear you clearly and that the folks watching over YouTube can hear also.
Hi. In my family, we have a tradition of cookie day, and my daughter and my two granddaughters and I get together, and 9 o'clock in the morning, and we start baking until it's done. It's usually not done till like 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And we did that yesterday, and I'm so grateful to have the opportunity to spend that time with them again. And I also want to remember the people in our community that struggle with Christmas, and it's not such a happy time for them. And it's a lot of dysfunctional family things going on or other griefs. So hold them in your heart too.
My name is Randa. My pronouns are she, her, hers. My candle today is for my friend Claudine's son, Ye, who is in immigration detention in Massachusetts. And he's in need of a sponsor, which is too big of a commitment for me to make right now. And I don't know what he's going to do. So I know he is one of many, many, many who are in this situation, and probably more as we get a new administration. So may we open our hearts and minds and to all the possibilities of ways that we can help these individuals who've done nothing but to seek a better life.
Like Janine, I'm thinking of the people who Christmas is not a celebratory time for them. A family that I know who lost a dear brother and son this year, and a few months later, a mother and grandmother. And so it's just a really hard year for them, and Christmas has always been something that they've kept in their hearts, and I'm thinking of them. And then somebody else whose son died of suicide and who's had several other deaths in her family. It's not a time of happiness for them.
We're skating for the same team today. Hi, my name's Nikki. I had a kind of an epiphany this week. I sang, as many of you know, with Renaissance Voices for more than 20 years, and it was a big part of my life, socially as well as musically. And I have developed some age-related dysphonia, and I'm no longer able to count on my singing voice. But Renaissance Voices called and said, would you be willing to do one of the readings at the concert? And I said, I would be delighted. And I was just reminded this week that when I don't want to be as trite as when one door closes, another opens, but it really is true. You know, there are things that you can still do, and I know that Beverly Sills used to wear a bracelet that had the letters IDTA on it, and it stood for, I did that already. I can do some new things now. So I'm happy about that. And also, my mother passed away in 2015 on the 15th of December. So this is kind of bittersweet. And I've always said, when we all get together in heaven, I'm going to shake my fist at her and say, thanks a lot.
I lit one more candle for all the joys and concerns that are left unspoken. Please keep all of these messages, requests, concerns in your heart and send good thoughts, energy, prayers where they're needed.
Let's take a deep breath and reflect together on all that we've heard. Yesterday was the shortest day of the year, a day that many traditions mark also as a blue holiday, a day that in this season of merriness, a recognition that not all people travel that same path, that all people are on their own individual journey of faith and spirit and grief and happiness. And so today I ask us to pause for a moment, hold the joys that we've heard this morning, hold the challenges we've heard, and recognize that together we shoulder these and make them lighter, and make them more joyful, and make them more bearable. And may it be so.
The Shortest Day by Susan Cooper. So the shortest day came, and the year died, and everywhere down the centuries of the snow-white world came people singing and dancing to drive the dark away. They lighted candles in the winter trees They hung their homes with evergreen. They burned beseeching fires all night long to keep the year alive. And when the New Year's sunshine blazed awake, they shouted, reveling. Through all the frosty ages, you can hear them echoing behind us. Listen. All the long echoes sing the same delight this shortest day, as promise wakens in the sleeping land. They carol, feast, give thanks, and dearly love their friends, and hope for peace. And now so do we, here, now, turning the wheel of the year to spring.
And now stand as you're able and join me in singing hymn number 238. The reading today speaks of the universal human experience of marking this pivotal moment in the year's cycle when we celebrate and return to the light while honoring the healing power of darkness. The presence of light is only possible in contrast to the presence of darkness. So today we will reflect on the spiritual significance of winter solstice and then have a ritual together to celebrate this occasion. On the longest night of the year, when darkness embraces the world in its deepest shroud, countless cultures across millennia have paused to make a profound moment of this transition. The winter solstice occurs December 21st in the Northern Hemisphere, stands as one of humanity's most ancient and universally recognized spiritual observances. This celestial event has woven itself into the spiritual fabric of civilization spanning the globe. For the ancient Norse peoples, the solstice marked a Yule, a time when the wild hunt rode across winter skies and the gods walked among mortals. The Romans celebrated Saturnalia, a festival of light and feasting that turned social hierarchies upside down. At Newgrange in Ireland, a 5,000-year-old passage tomb was precisely designed to illuminate its inner chamber with the first rays of the solstice sun, suggesting our ancestors' deep connection to the cosmic dance. Native American traditions speak of the solstice as a time of renewal and purification. Many tribes conducted ceremonies to honor the sun's return, seeing in this darkest moment the promise of light's renewal. This paradox, finding hope in the darkness, echoes across spiritual traditions. The Persians celebrated Yalda night treats, the longest nights, as a time to gather families, share poetry, eat pomegranates and watermelon, whose red flesh symbolizes the dawn of a time to come. In Chinese philosophy, the winter solstice embodies the peak of yin energy before the gradual ascension of yang. representing the eternal cycle of balance between darkness and light. This understanding mirrors modern psychological insights about the necessity of embracing both our shadow and our light. Today's practitioners of various spiritual paths continue to find profound meaning in this celestial movement, whether lighting candles to push back darkness, gathering in stone circles to witness the sun's rebirth, or simply sitting in contemplative silence. The solstice invites us to embrace the transformative power of darkness, and it reminds us that in nature's cycle, light will return. As our modern world speeds ever forward, the winter solstice calls us to pause and remember our place in the grand cosmic existence, the grand cosmic dance. It whispers an ancient truth: the darkness and light, death and rebirth are not opponents, but partners in the sacred cycle of existence. In honoring the solstice, we join countless generations who have looked to the stars and found them a mirror for their deepest spiritual longings. And so this morning we are going to have a solstice ritual, and we're going to call in the elements, honor the darkness, light a solstice candle, light individual solstice candles to make our altar bright, ringing a bell in between each light to pause and give us a moment to contemplate. So I'm going to call in the elements this morning to start our ritual. I'm calling in the winds of winter from the east to bring clarity and wisdom. Calling in the flames and fire from the south. Inner flame, grant us strength through darkness. I'm calling in water from the west. Waters of life flow with healing and renewal. And calling in our earth from the north. Sacred earth, provide foundation and nurturing. On this longest night, we honor the darkness that teaches us rest, renewal, and reflection. We honor the darkness as it reminds us of the presence of light always available to us. In the depth of winter, may we find our inner light. So again, we're going to light our solstice altar. And in between each candle, we'll ring the bell to allow you to take a breath and sit with that light that's returning. And I'll start by lighting our solstice candle. We lit our flames this morning to welcome the return of the sun. And let's take a few moments now to consider what you wish to release into the darkness of the year and what you wish to bring back into your life as we rekindle the light. So I'm going to ask you to put your feet flat on the floor. Sit up straight. Close your eyes. Descend into that dark space. And as you take a deep breath, consider what you wish to release. And now I invite you to take another deep breath. And with that breath, consider your intentions for the growing light. So take another deep breath. And I'm going to invite a third breath. And as you breathe in, feel your heart and your chest open. And focus on opening yourself to the possibility of all that's to come, preparing your chest for openness. So take another deep breath. Hold these intentions and thoughts. Take them with you today and reflect on them in the darkness of the night. Light a candle this afternoon and remind yourself that the light is returning. And to close our ritual, I share these words. As the wheel of the year turns, we honor the dark that has been. We welcome the light that will come. And we celebrate the eternal dance between light and dark. They are a gift to us. And we close our time of ritual by saying that we thank the directions that we called in this morning for the gifts of light they have brought us. And so be it. When we gather together as a community, we bring the gifts of ourselves, our hearts, and our spirits, our time, our energy, our talents, and our skills to support the work of this church here within our walls and the broader community. We also bring our gift of generosity, giving what we have so that the work of this church will continue. As always, half our offering will be shared with the community organization. This month, we're sharing our offering with ILAP, Immigrant Legal Advocacy Project, that we hope will be doing some really good and important work early in January. If you're watching from home, donations may be made through the Give button at the top of our webpage, uuchurchsacobiddeford.com, or checks can be mailed to UUCSB, 60 School Street, Saco, Maine, 04072. This morning's offering will now be received. We allow the spark in each of us to burn on, to warm our compassion, to fire our delight, light our paths, today, tomorrow, and always. And remain standing and join me in singing, O Come, Emmanuel. seated. May you find peace in the promise of the solstice night, that each day forward is a blessing with more and more light, that the cycle of nature, unbroken and true, brings faith to your soul and well-being to you. Let the longer nights bring needed rest as our souls catch up to our body's requests. Let the darkness be your healing friend while your inner light regenerates again. And may you carry the peace of the solstice night as we turn once more toward the light. Thanks so much for coming today. Our service is now concluded. Please join us for coffee in the parish hall afterwards, and remain seated for the postlude.
us that song?